To put it more clearly, the approach or the thought or the strategy is clients need 3+ on average with this talent in order to get to that 5+ goal. Does that statement make sense? Overall, I see a lot of heads nodding yes. Is that fair? We're on the same page? So we go, how do we do this? This right here, reversing this line, getting this back to that, it's taken 5 years for it to happen. It's a leadership problem. It's leader taking eye off the ball. It's not identifying this as soon as should have. But that's a long time to see that change. It's not something where we just go, well, let's go out tomorrow and get 3. Let's just go tell our clients, there was this presentation and we need 3. It doesn't happen like that, right? So there's a couple of different ways. I'm just going to try and keep this as simple as possible, which is hard for me to do. So I like to drill down into details, but I love smiling with you. It's a new day for Kristen and I, and it's part of as we've gone through this right people bus thing, so that was good. United Utilization Pioneers. All really important words. United. That's a really important word for this organization, especially for our industry. I don't know a personal training organization in the industry that's united. We could tell a lot of stories about lifetimes and 24s and this studio here and that studio there. When you find one that's united, please tell me because I want to go study them. There's not many united organizations just in general. Pioneers. There aren't many pioneers out there. Apple, they were here one day, and you know what they were? They had a cool, colorful logo, and they were just a computer company. They were just a computer company that was failing fast. They weren't even just a computer company. They weren't even on the map of computer companies. You'd hear about Hewlett-Packard, and you guys might not be old enough. I might be talking like, realize how old you are, Josh. But so here we are looking at this. What did they do? They pioneered the industry. Anything that happens to technology, they're leading it. That's not an accurate statement. You know what I mean. Anything cool, right, that happens is because they said, you know what, we're going to try this on and we're going to try it on well. And do you know how many mistakes, do you know how many pilots have sucked that they've had? You don't even know about them, but they're there. Do you know how many times they have to fail to do what they're doing right now? A lot. They don't just come out with an iPad or an iPhone. It just doesn't happen like that, right? They go through all these iterations and they go through, but they're united and they're committed to being pioneers of the industry. And so they're doing it. And then what do all the other computer companies do? What happens when the iPad comes out? You see like 10 other types of iPads come out like 6 months later, right? And then Apple goes, sorry, we're going to just go ahead and say see you later to that. And they go with the 2.0, and right? That's just how they pioneer the industry. That is a core value of this organization. We want to be that organization. Why? Because it's leading change. So you have to have that innovation, that united innovation, and you also have to have a major league, what I'd call attitude.
You want peanuts? Come on.
Heads up. Watch out, those peanuts, they're heavy, Ryan. Heads up.
Give me a 4 on that.
All right. So, everybody surprisingly escaped without injury there because those bags were missiles. Those were... And no drink spilled. Wow. That was amazing. So, this is the second thing. The major league attitude. A major league attitude. I spent a lot of time just writing on a piece of paper, what does it mean to have a major league attitude? And these are three words that just kept popping out. Half-full attitude, persistent attitude, and a team attitude. It's that versus kind of T-ball attitude. I'm fortunate to have a 7-year-old that plays T-ball and learning a lot about what that's all about. And it's really just all about, like, make it easy, make it comfortable, make it fun. I mean, if a drop of rain falls, just, hold on. We don't have to practice this week. If you want to go out of town, you go out of town. If you want to miss half the games, you miss half the... I mean, it is not... But it's just like, how do we just get kids just kind of moving through the motions, right? I mean, this is a lot different. This is the spirit of the trek. If you believe that to get to that 5+, if you believe all the layers of things, the trickle down of what we need to get to, the 5+, the 3+ to get to the 5+, what it's going to take from innovation, failure, tries again, the attitude. If you believe in that, which I would say you do need to be at this organization today and for the next 3 months. I've never said that before because I love 99% of all the people I work with. And so for me, sometimes I err on just the side of, you know what, I really like Dustin, but it's different. It's different now. For us to do what we're talking about, it needs to be, I love Dustin, and he buys into this. Don't let this be just a job, please, for both of our sakes. When you look at the United Pioneer piece, there is a lot from session utilization that can happen. This is like Apple going to the whiteboard and just going, how do we get more people to use our stuff? And they just throw out all these ideas. And you know what? Maybe after like 3 months or 6 months or 6 years, maybe 1 or 2 of these becomes the iPad or something. But they start with going, you know what? To get people using sessions, scheduling, just kind of the thing we're talking about, and tracking and looking at, did they do 5+? Do we know if they did 2 or 4 or whatever? That's good. Travel. Travel is a killer in our company. It is an absolute killer. It is a results killer. It is a schedule killer. It is an income killer. It is a killer. I've sold about 40 people since Chris left on personal training in our company. I've talked to every single one of them about sub-training. There's only one of them out of 40 that I just know won't try Skyping. All of the other ones, all of them, when I tell them about Skype training, it is a 1 to 3 word response. Cool, let's do it. How do I get started? I'm not trying to do all this and throw out smoke and mirrors to you. That's the way it's going. I've talked to old clients. It's taken a little bit longer. It's taken a little bit of hey, let's just say, what if, that kind of talk. Tell me about your progress when you travel. Tell me about your workouts when you travel. How are they going? Oh, they're not going. What if it was just a free session? You didn't have to pay for it. You could just try it on. We get there, though. We get there. With the older clients, it's a little bit harder. Fitness Navigator and Fitness Wish, flexibility and scheduling, getting everybody on it. Just saying, hey, every 12 weeks, they're going to have a Fitness Wish. They're going to have direction, but it's not anymore about them completing that whole page. If it's literally a 5-minute, Josh, how's it going? What are you working on the next 12 weeks with Sarah? Well, you know what? You've been introducing some new equipment. We have the TRX bands now, and I'd really like, she shows me these one-leg squat things, and I can't do them. I'm working on my lower body strength. Hey, what if you could do 6 of those in 12 weeks? Would that seem like a good goal? Yeah, it could be that, because that's what matters. That is just general direction for Sarah's program. And then 3 months down the road, if I come back, and let's say Josh is doing 3 of them and not getting to 6 of them. But he says, you know what? But wait, let me tell you about this other meaningful progress. And I'm staying on with Sarah. And let's bonus that. It's meaningful Fitness Wish progress every 12 weeks. Management. I need to be a better leader. Ryan needs to be a better leader. We know it. I've been leading an organization for probably as long as you've been training. Some of you. 5, 6, 7 years. We all have lots to improve on. We're young. We are a young organization that has tons of opportunity for being better. Me, number 1. Utility billing. When we set up billing right now, it sets up the expectation. You train 8 times a week or month, and that's how it goes forever, as long as you're with Front Door Fitness. How do you use your utilities at your house? How do you use your cell phone? When it gets cold outside, you turn up the heat. Does your gas bill go up? Right? That's the way that we're moving. That's the way that makes sense when people are saying, you know what, I've got a wedding coming up, I'm turning up the heat. I want to train 3 times a week. I don't want to. Our billing system sets up an expectation for just this. And that's not how life goes. People lose people in their life where they're like, I need to train more because I just have so much stress. People need to dial down sometimes. But that's the way that we're going to do billing to set up how people train. Does that make sense? Frequency boosting. Just saying to somebody, hey, what if you had the fittest month of your life next month? The most sessions you've ever used is 7 in a month. What if you used 10? Then we can use utility billing with that. But boosting frequency, just through communication, just through you being the leader, just through you saying, let's do this. As your trainer, let's do this. Let's do this sub. Let's do 10 times. These are all things that, again, up on a board, maybe in your head you're going, I hate all of them, or 2 of them are great, or whatever. Let's go try them on and then decide. That's what I would ask. Let's go try them on. Let's go practice this, and then we'll decide. We have 3 months coming up in between now and September 7th. So we've just kind of picked 3 to say, hey, getting people on Fitness Navigators. Kind of the new form. Let's get 90% or more of our clients on this. Let's get them scheduled. In this next month, let's just get them scheduled. A whole effort, whole communication effort. Maybe you're going to get some emails that have some extra chains to them and stuff like that. But let's go get it. Let's get them on there because we want to measure success. Skype training. We want to tackle this travel thing. It is the biggest triple, quadruple win opportunity out there, but it's going to take a mindset, and it's going to take persistence, and it's going to take trial and error, and it's going to take hurdles and jumping over them and ducking under them. And let's get this utility billing thing going so that our clients don't go crazy with billing and so that everybody understands it and it's easy to communicate in 1 or 2 sentences. And let's get each of these, this is the mindset, 3 major league swings with each of them before you cast your heart and mind in a direction. Just try it on. Can you give me a time update? 2:16. So I'm going to finish by 2:20 because we've got some 10 minutes of just kind of chill stuff. I'm sorry, I have more of this like communication style that like looks forward to like one moment things and what's the next hill that we're going to charge, and so I'm sorry if it feels like a fire hose, and in between I'm sorry if it feels like I'm absent. I need to do a better job with just pacing myself. So that's one of the things from a leadership standpoint that is at the top of my list is just relationship, just getting to know everybody. There's been people here that have told their clients that I sold the business. And you know what? I don't get mad or anything. I just go, man, that is your fault. If people think that, that just means they think what? They think Brian bought it or I'm the only owner still. And I am so invested in this mission, you have no idea, but I want to get to know you.